If you thought Family Guy was wild, just wait till you see the guest stars. These aren't just famous faces, they bring total craziness with them, all paid for by Hollywood.
Peter, don't you see? We left Quahog because of the crime problem, but now we've become part of that problem.
Yo, what is this bitch tripping about?
Robert Downey Jr. plays a fat-hating lunatic fresh out of the psych ward? Yup. Anna Kendrick makes out with a cop in a bathroom stall and calls it training? Sure. Next up, you'll see why this list doesn't get any more normal. It just keeps getting hotter, weirder, and way more illegal.
Thanks to me, he's fallen even further than Charlie Rose.
Today on CBS This Morning, we'll be talking about how much sleep you need to not be drunk from the night before.
That's not what we're talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Iron Man rolled in to play Lois's long-lost serial killer brother. Romantic, huh? He strangles fat guys because apparently obesity offends him on a spiritual level. And Lois? She just shrugs and brings him home from the asylum. Spoiler, that dead body in the guest room? Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Peter, what's going on?
Lois, my people are in danger. Until they find the fat guy strangler, we will stay here. Victor, don't lean against that!
He also takes Peter bowling like nothing happened, and when the cops come, Lois argues he's just misunderstood. She shows up as a flirty cop who kisses Joe while he's still processing Bonnie's emotional blackmail. Joe, in his full midlife mess, takes her to the handicap stall for a little justice.
Come on, I have a little place we can go to.
Wow, I've never seen a sofa in a bathroom stall before.
Well, I'm the only one who comes in here, so I figured I'd make it my own.
Naturally, he gets caught thanks to a baby monitor because Family Guy doesn't know the word subtle. She calls it a cop thing, like it's a part of training, and Joe, bless him, asks her to move in. 2 scenes later, she's gone. The guy plays himself, but like, if himself had a serious Peter Griffin fetish. There's tickling. There's a hand shoved in Peter's mouth. Reynolds drops the line, "I'm not gay, I'm into you like a woman." Try explaining that to your therapist.
When you live out in Hollywood, you learn that life is about different spirits and energies you meet along the way. I just thought maybe our spirits could intertwine, you know? Our energies could merge. Like my spirit could go up inside your energy.
I have so much to learn about show business.
He also serenades Peter with a love song at dinner, and leaves Quahog in a helicopter with a wink and zero closure. She shows up as Stewie's evil soulmate, and of course, the two go full Bond villain. They bomb the Eiffel Tower, they go full Bonnie and Clyde with pacifiers, but when she says, "Kill Brian for me," baby genius gets cold feet. She tries to finish the job, shoots a mailman instead, and dips in the most badass exit possible. Stewie's left tied up, still in love. She also leaves him a grenade as a souvenir, and he keeps it under his crib. Peter calls him a poser tough guy after a few beers, so naturally, his boys drag him to Neeson's film set for a beatdown. Neeson mops the floor with him, then hires Peter as his personal slave. Peter ends up shining shoes and fetching lattes until he finally throws hands again, gets wrecked. Neeson even choreographs the rematch and thanks him for the cardio after Peter blacks out.
Door.
She strolls in as Quagmire's mom, a cougar turned Bible thumper. When Quagmire ends up in court for begging a high schooler, she swoops in with a Bible and a fake redemption arc. He calls her out for being the blueprint of his chaos. She prays, he rolls his eyes, the judge tosses the case anyway.
Oh my God.
Oh, don't think of it as 20 years. Think of it as 2 10-year-olds, you sick freak.
Then she hits on the prosecutor and drives off in a church van blasting Prince.
Planning a raid on a Soviet tank division tomorrow.
They show up playing themselves, but as spies. Yeah, the Reagan hired kind. They turn Quahog into Cold War fanfiction and reveal that Mayor West is a Russian sleeper agent. Nukes fly, codes are typed, chaos reigns. They rappel out of a library with a typewriter and give Peter a cyanide tooth just in case. She turns into a housekeeper from hell, from piano student to domestic dominator, then straight to attempted murder. Green shirt, orange wig, trying to marry Peter. When that fails, she calls a hit on Lois. Lois crashes the wedding and sends her to jail. Iconic. Before her arrest, she kisses Chris on the mouth, twice. and blames Meg for everything. Plays a sarcastic, penis-shaming dolphin who mooches off Peter and steals the spotlight at dinner.
Correct, fatso. Anyway, I'm off to read Meg's diary. Only been here one night, but I get the sense we all dislike Meg. I'm a dolphin. Smart. Intuitive. Also, Peter told me in the hall.
After wrecking the vibe and insulting Peter's manhood repeatedly, he begs to return to his fish wife, but not before invoking Fish Jesus. Also leaves a Yelp review for the Griffin toilet and steals Lois's loofah.
Hey, I brought this sack of garbage from my home. Where do I put this? Just anywhere?
Yeah, anywhere.
Yay, people!
You look lonely, Helen.
She plays herself, reading Peter's erotic novel on tape. Her voice gets a guy so hot he crashes his car. Carter gets sued, moves in with the Griffins, tries to be a normie, and hates every second. Betty storms in with a subpoena. Legendary. She also critiques the plot mid-reading and calls Peter the horny Hemingway of Spooner Street.
I'm out! What the hell are we doing?
Plays Joe's ableist dad, shows up, trashes disabled people, and bonds with Peter while not knowing his own son's in a wheelchair. Joe snaps, throws hands, and calls out dear old dad. Cue awkward hug. The man still calls ramps liberal nonsense and eats ribs off Joe's desk.
Hey, Joe, just one question. Why do you have all those Wizard of Oz plates?
Because if I finish my vegetables, I get to see the yellow brick road.
Drops in as the wife of Lois's ex, the Griffins hike Mount Everest just to prove they're not losers. They eat a frozen kid. No joke. Then rescue their rivals and act like heroes. Peter ruins it with a one-liner.
Keep going, you're almost there! I found a rock I like.
She tells Lois she traded up. Peter pants into a bag for 10 minutes. Offers Peter a slot on the Patriots because of his weird bathroom sprint. Peter scores touchdowns and performs shapoopy. Brady kicks him off the team and ships him to the London Silly Nannies. He earns Brady's respect, but not his job. Brady even signs Peter's cast after breaking his leg, then throws it like a football.
Anna, Kristoff, Olaf.
Plays Peter's sister and childhood bully. Humiliates him, body slams him during Thanksgiving, and reawakens every trauma imaginable. Peter dons drag, fights her WWE style, and with Meg's help, sends her into a coma. Just another holiday with the Griffins. She wakes up, calls Peter a coward, and asks for a rematch in the ICU. And that's the end of it. 14 guest stars, each more unhinged than the last, casually crashing through Quahog like it's an open mic night for Emmy winners. Whether they're strangling fat guys, falling for Peter, or quoting Fish Jesus in your living room, one thing's clear, nobody's too classy for Family Guy. So next time you see a Hollywood A-lister, just remember, they probably left a grenade under Stewie's crib and made out with Chris. Sleep tight.